Welcome back to the channel, everyone. CryptoTakeOver here, coming back with another Bitcoin cryptocurrency video for you today. We're taking a look at one article. They're actually speaking live right now, talking about the new stimulus packages that could be getting passed here within the near-term future. And also, Bitcoin is now being accepted by Elon Musk. We've kind of known this for a little while now, but obviously Elon continuing to tweet about now being a supporter of Bitcoin. Obviously making a little bit of a market adjustment with the Bitcoin markets. So Bitcoin's sitting right at about 56,400. We're going to take a look at the charts here in a little bit. Let's read through this article first and go ahead and cue that intro and get started. Don't forget, folks, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single video that we make on this channel each and every single day as the crypto markets continue to rally. And we haven't seen any big sell-offs just yet. Obviously, some little sell-offs here and there, but for the most part, Bitcoin's still hovering above $50,000. So, you know, I was just a couple months ago that we were not above 50,000 and trying to break above 20K. So very interesting times. But here we have Jeanette Yelling, Jerome Powell say economic support is needed, live updates. And so we have word that possibly another stimulus check is going to get, another stimulus package is going to be getting passed. America's top two economy officials told senators on Wednesday that the economy is healing but still in a deep hole, and that continued government support is providing a critical lifeline to families and businesses. Jerome H. Powell, the Federal Reserve Chairman, Jeanette L. Yelling, and Treasury Secretary Mr. Powell, an immediate predecessor of the Fed, testifying that the Senate Banking Committee, their commitments echo the testimony before House lawmakers on Tuesday. Mr. Powell said prepared remarks that the government averted to the worst possible outcomes in the pandemic economic recession with the aggressive spending response and super low Fed interest rates, but the recovery is far from complete. So at the Fed, we will continue to provide the economy the support that it needs as long as it takes, he said. Ms. Yellen is likely to face questions in the Treasury administration and recently passed $1.9 trillion relief package. Her Treasury Department has been racing to distribute $1,400 checks to millions of Americans, posting a test for Ms. Yelling's team, which is not yet fully in place. She could also field questions to the prospects for future legislation, as news broke this week that Biden administration is making plans for a $3 trillion infrastructure package. Both policymakers need to speak about the prospects for inflation, which some prominent analysts have warned it could pick up as the government spends big in the rebounding economy. Mr. Powell has consistently pushed back on such concerns. We do expect the inflation will move up over the course of this year, Mr. Powell said on Tuesday. Our best view is that the effect of inflation will be neither particularly large nor persistent. Interesting. So maybe a little sorry, this is just funny. I just can't believe, you know, obviously there's with this much money printing, you cannot be as I don't even know what to say. How can you not say that there's going to be inflation with this much money printing? But, you know, maybe they just don't study the charts like we do. But we'll take a look at the dollar charts too as well. I'm just kind of a little bit in utter concern, not concern, but just like disbelief, I guess, that, you know, they are basically lying to people to their face about inflation not occurring. Okay, and then obviously Tesla accepts Bitcoin as payment, Elon Musk says. So Elon tweeted a tweet, I think as of yesterday. Elon Musk, the chief executive of Tesla, who recently added Tekoning to his title, said on Wednesday that the company would accept Bitcoin as payment for cars in the United States, a move that is odds with the company's image as a environmental friendly electric car maker. Tesla will hold the digital currency rather than convert payments to dollars and handle the crypto transactions internally, Mr. Musk said. Bitcoin paid Tesla to retain as Bitcoin, not converted to fiat currency. Mr. Musk explained in a tweet that means when someone buys Tesla with Bitcoin, the price of the car would rise or fall over time. In other words, Tesla is turning one-time payments into assets with shifting value and essentially investments. Buyers outside the United States will have the option to use Bitcoin later this year, Mr. Musk said. Mr. Musk's embrace of Bitcoin is held by many cryptocurrency enthusiasts by the digital currency effect on climate change has undergone increasingly scrutiny. Bitcoin uses more electricity per blah, blah, blah. We know that that's a lie. So I don't know why the New York Times is consistently talking about energy consumption. And talks about how Elon bought, a bunch of Bitcoin back early in the day. John Cheese joins digital market frenzy. Okay, and here we have some digital marketing stuff, NFTs. So obviously this is a very interesting article by the New York Times. Obviously we have the stimulus package, another stimulus package being passed possibly up here at the top, and then we have Elon Musk purchasing Bitcoin, second article, and then we have NFTs for our third article. I mean, it kind of just all adds up, right? And then Robinhood investments, okay, and then possibly adding more cryptocurrency stuff there too as well here in the near term future. Here's what's happening in the markets today. So New York Times staying on top of things, but obviously making the context clues noticeable that with stimulus still being passed, we're probably going to see Bitcoin rise, and Bitcoin still being adopted by big companies like Tesla and Elon Musk, the richest person on the planet, who said that he's going to keep his Bitcoin and not convert it into cash. So yeah, very interesting. But I just wanted to throw this y'all's way, and obviously we're looking for some market movement in the Bitcoin price. So let's take a look at what's going on over there. All right, we start on the weekly, but let's kind of zoom in here on the daily chart. This is what I've been noticing here on the daily right now. We are holding support above our 21 EMA. So Bitcoin right now hovering at about 56,500, and we are hovering above our 21 EMA here on our daily. We did get our sell signal yesterday, so I'd remain a little bit cautious here on the daily chart. But as you can see, when we have our sell signals with Market God, we do kind of somewhat know that could be a potential bottom. We didn't really wick too much further after our last sell signal with Market Guide 2 as well. But I'm thinking that if we hold support above our 21 EMA here on the daily chart, then we're probably going to be looking for a nice little bouncy bounce up to probably that $58,000 area once again, and maybe try and break through it this time, maybe actually close above it. You can see I have a trend line drawn out for us here, acting as resistance for us above head. More than likely, we'll come back up and retest this right at about $58,000, and then see if we can actually break through it this time. And that would lead us to probably a nice little gain to about $60,000 or so. So let's see if Bitcoin can do that here in the near term future. If we kind of zoom in here, let's see if we are starting to recover. You can see on our 8-hour, 6-hour chart, we've already started to get our green Heikin-Ashi candles here as well. So things could be making a nice little move back to the upside. Also on our 6-hour chart, I would remain still a little bit cautious here. It does look like our money flow is starting to thin out. But obviously when volume on our money flow is thin, that will rely on our blue momentum waves to tell us what direction the price will be going. So we're going to be looking for probably a retest at the 0 pivot point on the 6-hour chart, and then maybe making another leg up to the upside from there. So with volume low on the money flow, it definitely gives the opportunity for big pumps and dumps to occur. So we could be looking at a retest at about $58,000 going on into this week. And then if we break above our resistance trend line that's held above us right now, then that's going to be relatively bullish. We'll probably end up coming back up to retest that $61,000 area. So that's going to be what's going on with Bitcoin right now. I did want to take a look at the dollar fiat charts too as well. So let's go over here and jump over into the DXY, see what's happening with our dollar currency value. Let's take a look at the daily here. I'm just kind of curious. It does look like the dollar has been kind of taking off here a tad bit. So this is actually a relatively bullish candle here on the daily chart. And so I would be thinking that we are going to possibly continue to rally here if we get word that the infrastructure stimulus package is going to be passed. Then maybe, that we could see some sell-off, but I'm not too sure how they're going to continue to print money and still not anticipate hyperinflation that is to occur. But hey, if we see a recovery in the dollar, then that's definitely going to mean that Bitcoin could be seeing some resistance at maybe that $61,000 area too as well. So we'll kind of keep a close eye on it, see if anything is telling us otherwise. But as of right now, the dollar still looks okay. I'm not going to be relying on the dollar and storing any cash for the most part. It's basically, I believe, a crypto game, and asset game right now to make sure that you pertain your wealth and make sure that you do everything you can to hedge against the money printing that is going to be occurring probably for a lot longer than anticipated, and possibly moving into a hyperinflation state too in the long term. Probably going on into this later this year, and then maybe next year too, depending on how much stimulus and how many packages they're gonna really give us, relief packages and stuff of that nature. So I'd keep a close eye on that, see if we're going to get that infrastructure package passed, and go from there. I think that those dollar charts are still going to see a little bit of a sell-off later on, but I do think that that's going to take a while to work out to see if there's going to be another package going to be passed or not. So I wouldn't expect anything to be said right here in the near-term future. But obviously, Bitcoin possibly wanting to make a move back up to the $58,000 area, and then if we find a break above this trend line here, then yeah, we're going to be looking for a move probably back up to $61,000. But you can see that this trend line has been holding us down rather consistently in the past couple of weeks or so. So let's see what happens here with Bitcoin in the near-term future. But yeah, if y'all want to stay up to date with us, don't forget we have our private trading group available. If you want to pay with debit or credit card, you can use Patreon as a payment processor. If you want to pay with crypto, message me on Discord. I'll get you all set up. And yeah, stay up to date with us 24/7. Everything that we post for our private trading members is located on our private categories in our Discord server. So I look forward to seeing y'all join us in there. But other than that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends and family. I will see y'all on the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.